So this is my room. This is the door that then leads to the hallway. I have here this thing I bought from IKEA to hang my coats, my towels, and then also my Eurythmy dresses for my study. Some are in a garment bag, and there's one behind. And then this is my lovely, lovely space. I have loved to be in this room so much. It has been kind of like having my first apartment in a way, because I have a little kitchen set up and a sink, and then there's a shared like bathroom space outside the door that I share with other people, because there's several people that live in this sort of shared apartment living space. And I've been here now 1 year, and I'm moving out, which I'm very sad about, because I do really, really love this room, and I really love the view. It's so, so nice. You can see the mountains over there. Well, not mountains, they're hills, especially for Switzerland. And it's just such a lovely day. And yeah, I want to remember this space, so I'm going to do it like a very quick room tour situation. So come in, here's my coats. This is my wardrobe. On the top, that's my travel bag and all the stuff that I use for traveling. My bike helmet, some things like waterproof things to wear when I ride the bike, a hat, and there's a few random boxes behind. Then I have my cupboard, which has my clothes in it. I bought this from IKEA so that I had a bit of like other space, not just hanging. And yeah, everything's quite full in here because it's quite a small space, and I've also collected quite a lot of things since moving to Switzerland. At the top I just have like my jeans, some warmer sweaters, yeah, and at the front is like some hat and some gloves and belts and a few items like that. Then I have my nicer dresses hanging, and yeah, a few cami tops. And then I found these actual hangers on the street for free, where I can hang like skirts and pants and things like that. At the bottom I have one bag here that has all of my stuff for school, all my Eurythmy clothes. I have my handbag, my one fancy like item that I own, which I barely use, but it's just nice to have. And then I have just like laundry things for that, using in the kitchen, not kitchen, in the laundry room. And then I just have some spare bags that I use for grocery shopping, and then workout clothes, etc, etc. So that is my cupboard, and I have more clothes that are more summery that are stored in a suitcase in the attic. Yes, so that's cupboard. Then over here is kind of where I go into the kitchen section. I have one plant that was given to me by a lovely lady that I met. Then we just have some random storage things for kitchen items. Some food behind in this bag is actually a sewing machine that I was given that kind of doesn't work. They have to get fixed, and I haven't gotten fixed, and I've had it for nearly a year now. So that's there. And I actually bought this item of furniture because when I moved in there was just a gap here, and I thought, oh, I want to find something that fits there to help me have more storage for the kitchen, because although this item is big, it's not very wide, so there's not much depth for food or like storage in the cupboards. Then I have this little cooking top. This belongs to the room, but the pots are mine. And I've loved that. Like, I don't cook so much at home just because I'm at school so much, so I mostly just like make pasta. I try and make food that doesn't really smell or use spices and things like that, because yeah, I'll open the windows when I cook, but it's not really like, you know, it doesn't have an extraction fan or anything. So then in here is just food that I have. Underneath is like this little gap where I keep plates and a few other items. That's my very organized basic like cutlery drawer essentially. I literally have one fork, one knife, a spoon, a blender. Yeah, it's very minimal one person living vibes. My tea drawer. This is a bunch of tea my grandma sent me, which is very nice of her, which is why I have so much. And I still have another box here. And then this is my more food. And then this side of the cupboard is more up the top is like technology things, cords, cameras, bits like that. Here is more medicine, things, yeah, for when I get sick, or vitamins. And then at the bottom is stationery, so just notebooks and things like that I use when at my desk, or yeah, some important documents. And then next to it I have where I keep all my shoes. So this is my current collection of shoes, which is ironic because even though there's all of these here, there's just one pair that's at the door, and that's the one I wear every single day. And then I have this other random box that has some different bits in it, but also more like my school books that I reach for more often. Then I have my desk, my everyday bullet journal where I plan out my whole life and how I function, my stationery, laptop keys, etc. Hydration station. And then I have the drawers of my desk that are a total mess. It's just full of like receipts, money. Yeah, I have organized this at some point, and then it just, yeah, it's like where I put all the random papers that I'm not sure what to do with. This is a bit more organized. I have my passport, a few other things, some other items just behind. And then I have this drawer which is like extra toiletries that I'm like not using as regularly. So like my makeup, this is for my performance bag, so when I go on stage the makeup I use and things like that. And then yeah, just backup toothbrush, hand cream, extra hairbrush, those kinds of things. And then this is like the miscellaneous drawer that has some exercise things, some wool, hot water bottle, you know, just random stuff in there. And then we have laundry basket, we have my school bag, and just some shopping bags and some bottles that I get water from the fountain, because you can get nice fresh water just from the fountain in the town, so sometimes I take them and fill it up. This is one of my suitcases, the other one is in the attic, I think. Actually no, my summer clothes are in here, and the suitcase in the attic just has another suitcase in it. Then I have been really appreciating Greek sculpture, and I found this vintage book. There's a few actually others on my shelf as well, and so I like to just have this here, because then when I brush my teeth I look at the pictures. And then this is my little vanity section. Underneath we've got like trash. This is like the basket I take to the shower, so it's my shampoo and conditioner, because it's like a, you know, how do you say, like student accommodation thing. So everything that I have that's mine is basically stored in my room besides what's in the fridge. Just some soaps, some other stuff. I've definitely like lost some of my minimalist ways, but I don't know, I just have gathered things. I do use these things, but I don't know, sometimes in life you just get more stuff. And then this is the vanity. I put this silk here because it's like a fluoro light and I don't really like the color, but the orange is nicer. And then these are the things that I use like more on an everyday basis: skincare, toothpaste, soap, sponge, the basics. And then inside the vanity is more stuff that I use but I don't grab for as much. So this is, yeah, the random items I have in here. And then for my pride and glory, which is my bed. I love my bed so much. I get into it at the end of the day and I'm so happy about it. It's a really good bed as well. It's smaller than a normal bed, but the mattress is really firm and I have really enjoyed that. And yeah, in this space when I moved in, I just kind of had to accept it as it was because there was nowhere to store anything that I didn't want. Yeah, and you can't, because of these slanted ceilings, I couldn't really arrange the room any differently than how it is, but I really enjoyed it anyway, so it's all good. Under the bed I have like my camera bag. It's a little tub where I take foot baths, then also like my laundry rack, a few things like that. And then I have my bookshelf that is somewhat color coordinated and yeah, just has things that I think are really beautiful or important, and more books with some Greek sculptures in it. Yeah, and then my prized possession, which is my Eurythmiform books, and this beautiful thing that I found, which is so many different colors of silk thread, and I just find it so aesthetically pleasing and beautiful. And then I have used the silk when I need to sew things for the school dresses that I use. But yeah, I love this space, and then the fact that it's like color coordinated brings me a lot of joy. And then I have my little vanity as well, which is actually where I keep socks and my underwear. And then on my bedside table I just have a candle, clock, one of my favorite pictures of all time by Leonardo da Vinci, and also then a photo of my parents and me when I was a baby. And then behind that I actually have in here my grandfather's ashes, one of the books that was very important to him, and his glasses, and he passed away quite some years ago, but I now have that with me. And then I also have a few copper items here that I use for warming up and doing exercises for my eurythmy studies that I am doing. So this is my space, and I just wanted to capture it because I have done a lot of videos where I capture my room, and then it's really nice. I feel like I have like this little time capsule to remember the spaces that I've been in and how much I've appreciated them, and this room especially I've loved so much, and it's really sad to leave. I think this is one of the first times where I'm moving just because I want to move and I want to live with my friend, and I think it's going to be really nice, and it's also a really nice apartment that I go to, and I'll have a proper kitchen that I'll share with her. But at the same time, yeah, I've always moved because I needed to, or I've just moved countries, so it feels very different this time. And I've also gathered quite a few things since living in Switzerland. I now have a whole bookshelf full of books, whereas before when I first moved here, I think I moved here with 5 books. So yeah, things come into my life. A lot of them were for free actually, and then there's also things I found on the street a lot here in Switzerland, and then I have also bought some things. And just, yeah, trying to find my balance, you know. I've done no buys and I've been quite minimal, but I'm also trying to find actually where's my healthy point, what makes me happy. And there are things that I do want and I do enjoy, and it does give me a lot of joy to have a bookshelf with lots of beautiful colored books and things that I really love. So yeah, I'm just really happy to have this space, and yeah, I'm happy to go to my new space, but I just wanted to have a video where in the future maybe I'll look back and go, oh yeah, that's how I had my room. Those were the things that were important to me in that moment. And yeah, I think creating a really nice like room space, something that you value, something that really brings you joy, is important. And I have to say, having a sink in your room is the most amazing thing. I loved brushing my teeth and just sitting in my bed in the morning. And then yeah, this view as well for me is super nice, and I'm gonna really miss this view. That's one of my sad things to be leaving, but you really see so much. And I'm on the top floor, and then even if you go this way you can kind of see towards Basel. Yeah, and this is like pointing towards France and Germany, this view. Yeah, I don't know, I really love this room. I'm really gonna miss it, and this is my little video so I can remember it for myself.